Yes, people. We're back again right here on the finished article. This is Fergie time. And what that means is it's time to talk about Manchester United. So I'm going to bring my boy Shazad on and we'll get this one cracking. Yes, Shaz, how are we, bro? Are we good?
Good, bro. What you saying?
Yeah, all good, man. All good, man. All good. Nothing to complain about today. I'm sure I'll find something, though, in what we're going to talk about to complain about, bro. Don't worry. Don't worry. But yeah, man. Obviously, like I said, this is all things Fergie time, Manchester United. But as we do, please leave a like, subscribe, and comment on the channel. Smash the like button on the videos you like. Leave the comments. Let us know what you think about what we've talked about. Subscribe to the channel over here on YouTube and over on Twitch. We'll be bringing some new content out over on Twitch. We've got some good shows lined up for that. As you can see at the bottom scrolling, you've got the official Facebook and Twitter finished article. And right here in the corners, you've got our personal ones. And before we move on to all things Manchester United, one last thing is the invitation code. You're probably wondering what it's for. It's for the Fantasy Football League over on the Premier League website. Premier League, I think it's fantasy.premierleague.com. If you've got an account, if you signed up, jump on there. As we've said, there will be prizes for the winners of every month. So actually, at the end of this show, we'll announce a winner because for August. But the winner has to be subscribed to the channel, otherwise they're not going to get a prize, as we've already discussed. You good with that, Shaz?
Yeah, I'm good. Also, I believe Shaz has also reached out to the winner of the 100 draw. So hopefully, we hope to hear back from them soon.
Mm-hmm.
So
I've not heard anything yet, but I'll keep you posted, people. As soon as we hear back, we will let you know. If we don't hear back, I'm just gonna keep the gift myself, innit, bro? No, man. If we don't hear back, we'll probably do a third time lucky, as they say. But today we're going to recap Manchester United's transfer movement. We're going to talk about the ins first and then the outs. The ins, we'll start with the smallest ones first and we'll build our way up to the big ones. You get me? So we started off, obviously, we've signed a youngster called Paul McShane from Rochdale on free. I'm guessing this is a youth signing because I didn't hear about this until today. We got him on free from Rochdale, so it looks like his contract would have expired at Rochdale and he's come over to United. He'll join a youth and reserve setup, under 18 setup, or whichever. So that's probably one for the future. I don't think he's going to feature, obviously, in the first team right now with the squad we've got. What do you think, Shaz?
So I'm just actually looking him up.
Yeah.
This is actually quite funny. So he is apparently an Irish professional footballer, plays as a defender. He's 35 years old.
What? Come again?
35 years old.
Nah.
Paul
Come
McShane,
on.
right?
Oh, wow. Do you know what? I'm looking at his stats and he started his career at United.
Yeah, but...
And now he went to Brighton, West Brom, Sunderland, Hull, Reading, Rochdale, and now he's returning to United. What is it with United and bringing these people back? They just did the same thing with Tom Heaton.
Okay. I got it. It's guys, apologies for the confusion. So yes, Shaz is right. He has come back. He's actually come back as a player coach for the under-23s.
Oh,
so yeah.
Do you know what? This website needs to make things more clear, man. It just says we've signed him, but yeah, I mean, if he's coming back as a player coach for the under-23s, that's miles better.
That makes sense. Yeah,
that makes sense. He's been a defender for a few years,
he's come back to the coaching setup.
Okay. That makes more sense now, bro. That makes more sense.
Absolutely.
I think they're probably going to do the same with Tom Heaton. I think after his contract runs out, he'll turn into a coach because he is a decent goalkeeper. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, the other signing. So we'll move up the ranks. We'll go to obviously our boy that we just spoke about, Tom Heaton. Signed him back from Aston Villa on a free. I think his contract was up. like I said the other day, Chaz, I don't get this. We still don't get this transfer. I don't
I
understand
think it's
why.
more
I
in the
think it's more
coaching
to coaching
capacity.
side. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I
I
don't think
can't.
he's going to play well. I don't think he's going to play much for the
No.
first team, if any.
What
I know he played in the preseason games. And
he's the guy.
did he
He's the
not play
guy.
in the game today against Stoke or yesterday against Stoke, but behind
Yes,
closed doors?
correct. So I saw the link you sent me. He's the guy
Mhm.
that's gonna play these odd games, maybe in the Carling Cup or in the
Yeah.
reserves, just as a way of
Mhm.
backfilling because they're not
Yeah.
gonna risk Henderson and De Gea in these games.
Bang on. Bang on. It makes sense, but if you've signed him, you might as well play him in some games, innit? But yeah, after that, we'll go to our boy Sancho. So you know how I feel about Sancho, bro, already. First 3 games in, you know how I feel about it. I still feel he needs to be playing better already. But obviously, the season's a long season. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. I am going to give him the time, bro. I'm going to give him the time. I know you keep telling me I need to give the guy time. I need to give him time. But if we get to Christmas and you're still telling me I need to give him time, we're going to be having talks, bro. I'm telling you.
That's fine, bro. That's fine. I'm good with that. I'm
But
good with
all
that.
in all, what do you think of Sancho, bro? Not
Well,
obviously from the first 3 games that you've seen him play, but overall as a player for
well,
obviously
I
Dortmund
think
and for England
I
and
think
yeah.
I think he's a player that has been coveted around Europe. In terms of the right hand side that he's
Mhm.
been brought into, like you said the other day, him alongside Rashford competing for that spot
Yeah.
because you obviously, and we'll talk about Ronaldo after, and obviously you've got your boy wonder Mason Greenwood doing amazing things. So I
Yes.
think in terms of squad depth, perfect. In
Yeah,
terms of the
definitely.
actual player signing, uh, he'll be a great player. Yes, he's been very disappointing to start the season. You're absolutely right there. The reason I'm
I
not
know I
saying
am.
anything is because I just want to give him a few games just to see what.
Nah, bro. We paid 77 million for him. I don't think he should have a few games to settle in, but
Bro, can I
we've
just
been
say
through this
something?
when we spoke about the Wolves game. We've been
I,
through it
I,
before.
I just, I just,
I'm not gonna debate with you again on this,
okay,
bro,
so,
because we'll
okay,
be here for
let me,
ages.
no, no, I need to say something. Ben White, 50 million. Grealish, 100 million. Jadon Sancho, 77 million. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, 50 million. What I'm trying to
Harry
say there
Maguire.
is Harry Maguire, 80 million, correct.
There you go.
So
There you go.
what we're trying to say is English players, and as a Man United fan, we have to say this: English players' prices are being overinflated because of the way the market is going. So what ends up happening is, you're right, Jadon Sancho for that money should be going out and delivering, or Harry Maguire should be a rock solid defender.
No, hold on. Before you mention all these players, let's talk about Jack Grealish, man. 100 million. He should be playing. He should be scoring goals left, right, and centre for Man City, but he's not.
That's what I mean.
And this is the problem with the transfer fees for English players. It's too high. So look, just if you look at it for Ben White, for instance, he's not a well-known player, right? He's played at Brighton, and I think has he actually played a game for England? I think he's played a couple of games for England,
He's
hasn't he?
played a couple of friendlies, but
Yeah.
nothing to
So he's
say
had a
that.
couple of international caps, right?
Yeah,
So, but does that value him at 50 million?
no,
No, definitely not, bro.
maybe
And
at
then
20,
this
25.
isn't a shot at Arsenal. This is not a shot at Arsenal from me personally. This is just a shot at the transfer fee for English players. It's just too high. I mean, but let's talk about Jack Grealish, Shaz. Jack Grealish, yes, he's a good player. He played well at Aston Villa last season. Did he play well for England in the Euros?
No.
No, not really.
Okay,
He
yeah,
hardly. He didn't.
he had
Okay,
glimpses.
bro. He had okay a few games, but he didn't play
Yeah,
much. But he did okay when he came on. But
yeah,
does that value him 100 million?
no,
No. Same with Harry Maguire when United bought him. Was his value 80 million? No. But and this is the problem. Clubs are being held to a high transfer fee for English players in England because of the rule that they have to have homegrown players.
yeah,
That's one of the main reasons that the fee for English players is so high because of that rule that they have to have. Is it 6 homegrown players in the squad or something?
correct, yes, correct.
And that's just I get why they're doing it, but the rule homegrown means that they have to have played or trained in England for the past 5 years or for 5 years or so. So Ronaldo coming back to England already, he already fits that category as a homegrown player because he's played here for a long time when he was here before. And probably with Sancho as well, he was already in England as well. Even if he was a foreign player, if he wasn't English, he would have fit under that category as well. And that's the problem, bro.
Yeah.
That these players are being the prices are being overinflated. But let's move on to the next one, Shaz. Let's move on to Raphael Varane.
Can I just say, so I want to jump in on this one. So whilst we're going to talk about Cristiano Ronaldo, I think Raphael Varane is the signing of the season simply because Harry Maguire now has a solid defensive partner next to him.
Can I just ask, when you say signing of the season, do you mean for United or just all out signing of the season in, football or in the Premier League?
No, I'm talking about for Man United.
Just for Man United. Okay, no, that's fine. Because when you said signing of the season, I thought you maybe meant, of the season for, for all clubs or for the Premier League or something. I'm saying that's a bit of a wild one.
That's reserved for your boy Ronaldo. But I'm talking about Man United. The fact is, since Vidic and Ferdinand left, we haven't had a solid defensive pairing. Now we watched him against Wolves.
Hold on, bro. What are you on about? We had Chris Smalling and Bill Jones, bro.
Maybe I was asleep for that period, and I prefer to be.
I get what you mean, though, bro. I mean, we haven't had a solid defensive partnership since Rio and Vidic. That's probably one of the best defensive partnerships in the world at the time. I don't think there's a partnership that could, that be as good as them for as long as they were for United.
Yeah.
But having Harry Maguire and Raphael Varane together is a potential for them to make a really good partnership. And I'm looking forward to seeing how well that partnership is. Because in the game, I noticed that, I've already noticed about Harry Maguire. He likes to go forward. He likes to go into midfield. He likes to go into the other half and pass the ball around. He's a ball playing defender. He likes to do that. But for United, he hasn't been able to do that a lot because he's had Lindelof to cover with. And let's be honest, Lindelof he's no Raphael Varane. Let's just say that, right? But Raphael Varane, he's confident. He's very well composed when we watched him against Wolves. And Harry Maguire will now have more confidence in going forward, knowing that he's got Varane to cover at the back until he gets back. And the reason I like this Varane signing, for a lot of reasons, bro. Transfer fee, it wasn't too high. Player-wise, perfect type of player, bro. We needed a defender who was high, let me figure the word out. So we needed a defender that was confident in his role and composed on the ball. And he does both, man. If you watched him against Wolves, he wasn't panicking when he had the ball. He wasn't rushing. He was nice and calm. He was passing the ball out. He was clearing the ball. He was defending, and he was doing really well. Oh, yes, Idris. Hello, Idris. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, dude. Appreciate you tuning in. But yeah, like you said, Varane's a good signing, bro. This is one of the signings of the season for United. If you ask me, this is probably the signing that we needed this season, because we've lacked in defense a lot, and we've lacked in defense, but also in defensive midfield area. And Varane fills the gap in defense, but we still haven't filled that gap in defensive midfield. Instead of doing that, he signed attackers to say, okay, we don't need the defensive midfielder. We can just go out and score more goals than the other team because we've got the attack to do it.
Well, the funny thing is, Idris has summed up our transfer window now. If you look at his comment, let me bring it up.
Yeah. Imagine in 2018, you say United spent 80 million overall on Ronaldo, Sancho, and Varane. Yeah, that's mad. We spent about 120 million altogether on all three, didn't we? 77 million for Sancho,
Yeah.
20 million for Ronaldo, so that's 97, and then we spent what 40 on Varane, so about
Yeah.
140 million on 3 players. To
Exactly.
me, that's good business, bro. That's very good business, especially the Varane deal. I would have expected us to pay a higher fee for Varane than we did for Sancho.
Yeah, but Varane's a bargain. I got to say that.
But let's get on to the next topic. Next player, sorry. Your boy, the golden boy, the legend, the prodigal son has returned. Cristiano Ronaldo is back at Manchester, people. And you know what, Shaz?
Correction. He's back at Manchester United.
Okay, sorry, he's back at Manchester United. Yeah, because it almost went south. He almost went to Man City.
No.
So, yeah. No, do you know what, Shaz? I've had some time to think about it. And I know in the last video I said I was still 50-50 on this. But you know what? I'm not even gonna dwell on it too much. It's Ronaldo. I'm happy he's back, and that's it. I'm not going to dwell on the negatives.
I just had the pleasure of watching him play against Ireland in World Cup qualifier, and his 2 goals are.
Yeah, he scored his 110th and 111th goal for Portugal, so he's now the highest goal scorer for Portugal.
No,
you know what I mean?
Highest goal scorer ever in men's football.
Oh, so, sorry. Yeah, let me correct what I said. He's the highest goal scorer in international men's football. So no one has scored more international goals than Ronaldo. The guy cannot stop breaking records. And I think one of his next records is going to be a Man United one.
And you know the worst bit is, the funny thing is he missed a pen as well. That's how badly.
Wow. I didn't even watch the game, bro. I'll be honest, I didn't watch it. I don't really like watching qualifiers, man.
All I'm going to say is
Newcastle.
All I'm going to say is Newcastle United. You best run, boys. You best run. Your boys coming.
Yeah, man. So from what I can from what my take is, Ronaldo's first game for United is going to be the first home game.
Yeah.
For him will be against Newcastle, and this is the game me and Shaz have been trying to get tickets through for about 3 weeks.
Have you heard
anyone out there? What's that?
Have you had any update on it? So
no, nothing yet, man. I've had nothing. I've been checking my phone daily, bro.
Oh,
yeah, man. But if there's anybody out there that's got tickets for Newcastle versus Man United, Old Trafford, September 11th, if you're not going and you want to get rid of those tickets, hit your boy Shazad and Shazad up. We'll take them. But yeah, Shaz, overall, on the ins of United, what are your thoughts on the players of our business so far? How would you rate it?
I would say it's probably one of our best transfer windows in a long time. Plus, we've managed to keep hold of Pogba. We've still got Donny van der Beek, so that kind of answers the question around a defensive midfielder. That if you needed somebody who's competent enough to play it, then I give it to Van der Beek. Or you know what? I'll give it to Shaz's favorite player, Matic, because apparently Matic is could still do a job. So either way, but just don't give it to Fred. Just do not give it to Fred. Don't give it to Fred.
Let's not dwell on Fred too much, bro. Let's not dwell.
Yeah.
So Idris is saying a couple of things here. Ronnie will make you profit. I guarantee that United have already recouped that transfer fee just on ticket sales for the Newcastle game and on United membership to get tickets. They'll recoup that just on that first game and shirt sales, obviously.
Yeah.
So Idris is saying United in the transfer market are an 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty comfortable with saying around 8. I'll probably say about 7 because we missed out on Saul Niguez. We missed out on Camavinga. So Camavinga's gone to Real Madrid for about 40 mil. We could have easily snapped him up.
He was never coming.
Nah, bro, nah. I still think we could have had a chance. If we were more serious about it, we could have had him. Even if we couldn't, Saul Niguez, you can't say anything about that, bro. We dropped the ball on that, bro. 100% United dropped the ball on Saul Niguez.
I don't understand his logic behind moving to Chelsea, but that's a different story. We'll cover that separately on.
Yeah, but to be fair though, that is a loan deal for the first year, and they've got an option to buy, so they might not even buy him. So United could just go in next season and get him if Chelsea don't keep him. Yeah, transfers. I'm saying 7 just because we didn't get another player that I think we should have done. like you've been saying, all transfer transfer window, we need a defensive midfielder, and we didn't get one. We didn't get anybody in that position, so I'm going to give it a 7. But yeah, I'd be happy with a 7 or an 8.
Yeah.
So we're going to go on to the outs. So players who have left Man United, whether it was a loan deal, they've been released, or they've gone out a permanent deal. So I'm going to let Shaz talk about the first one because we've been talking about this one for a while. We've wanted this guy to leave United for a while. Daniel James.
Yeah, on Daniel James, I have to say that finally Leeds United get their man because you know what, I think he'll do well at Leeds United. He just wasn't cut out to United style. He gave everything, but unfortunately, after 2 years, if you're not good enough after 2 years, you know what? I'm
Do you know
glad
what I mean? Yeah.
they took the ruthless approach and got rid of him.
Do you know why they actually got rid of him though, Shaz? For his
Yeah,
shirt number,
that's
right?
that number, yeah,
So Ronaldo wanted number 7, and Cavani said, "I'll give him number 7 as long as I get 21, which is his international number for Uruguay."
yeah.
And the rule is that you can swap shirts as long as the numbers are available. So they signed Ronaldo, but then they got rid of Dan James just to take his number off him and give it to Cavani and give Cavani's number to Ronaldo. That's how much Ronaldo put pressure on United. That's how highly he's regarded. They sold Daniel James just to get him his number.
Yeah, they did.
That's the only reason they sold him. If Ronaldo didn't come to United, we wouldn't have sold Daniel James. We possibly would have kept him for another few seasons. So thank you, Ronaldo, for coming back, and thank you for helping us get rid of at least some of the dead wood. Maybe the other dead wood leaves as well soon. Hopefully, it's a start of a chain reaction for Deadwood to be being on the chopping block, bro.
Yeah, no, I agree.
But Idris has another comment here, bro. I want to bring this one up because I don't know if I agree with this or not. Sal Niguez has had potential flop written all over his face. I don't know how much I agree with that because I actually think Niguez is a good player.
Well, I saw him at Atletico Madrid. He didn't actually do anything, so
He's not great. Don't get me wrong. He's not the best player in the world in that position, but I think.
Well, what Idris is saying is that
I don't think I've really seen enough of him to
really. What Idris is saying is that we've seen this type of player before, like with Falcao or with a few others. So it wouldn't surprise me.
So this next comment, Shaz, you tell me how true this is. He isn't in form for Atletico.
Yeah,
because I don't really watch I don't watch La Liga that much, bro.
So yeah, he isn't in form, and this makes it even funnier because he now has to rediscover form, which I'm sure he's got that somewhere, but they've kind of taken a risk. But we'll have to see what happens.
So has his deal to Chelsea went through, didn't it? Because there was talk at the end of the transfer window that didn't go through, but it did, didn't it?
Because Atletico got
they got Griezmann, didn't they, in the end? Okay,
yes.
So both deals went through, right? Okay, that's correct. That's fine. I just wanted to make sure because I just wanted to make sure on that, bro. So the other outs, I'm gonna go through the other ones a bit quicker because they're only youth players, they're young players, so they're going out on loan, most of them. We got rid of Joel Pereira, who was a goalkeeper. He went away on free to RKC Walwich.
Yeah.
So I'm not really sure on that. Tahai Chong went to Birmingham on loan. That's a good move for him. He'll develop there well. Pelistri went on loan to Alaves.
Yeah,
another good one for a young player. Axel Tuanzebe, as we spoke about, has gone to Aston Villa. Good move for him. Andres Pereira finally, but he's left, but it's a loan deal to Flamengo. It's only a loan deal, bro, so he'll be back. Brandon Williams, as we know, has gone to Norwich. We've seen him play for Norwich in the last game. I think that's another good move. Sergio Romero, the goalkeeper, has been released. Argentinian goalkeeper.
Yeah, I remember. I think he's never getting game time anyway. So,
well, I don't think he was going to get. We got Tom Heaton. Do you know what I mean? If we didn't have Tom Heaton, maybe we could have kept him in that role. But fair enough. He's been at United long enough. He wants to move on. We've let him go on free. He can sign for any club he wants. Next one, Charlie McCann went to Rangers for £792,000.
I'm not sure who he is.
Charlie McCann is a young striker, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, anybody. I think he is a striker in the reserve teams, in the reserves. And I thought he had potential to come into the first team, to be fair. I've actually seen him play, for the reserves, and I thought he was a good player. So to see him leave, maybe he wanted, the first team football, and he'll get that at Rangers. Correct me if I'm wrong. Rangers manager is still Steven Gerrard.
Correct. Yes.
So I think he'll get some game time at Rangers, and maybe develop into a decent striker in that league. Maybe he'll come back to the Premier League in a couple of years once he's got more experience in first team. Who knows? Who knows? I don't really know much about that deal. I don't know if there's a buyback clause or whatever, but good luck to him. The next two moved away from United for free.
Yeah.
Max Taylor went to Rochdale for free. And Arnaud Boigmal went to Almere for free. And then we've got Will Fish, who is another striker, went to Stockport on loan. I think that will be a good deal. I think he'll develop a lot over this season, and I think he'll get some good game time. Another two that went for free, Jacob Carney and Mark Helm. I'm guessing free just means we didn't renew their contract, so they've been released.
Yeah, they've been released and signed by other clubs for free. Yeah.
So other clubs can sign them for free.
Yeah.
It doesn't say they've been signed by other clubs yet, so they're still on the market. So I think the free transfer and the loan market is still open till the end of September. So there's still potential for them to be snapped up by another team. We've got Reece Devine went to St. Johnstone on loan.
Yeah.
I think from what I remember, he's a left back.
Yeah.
James Garner has gone to Notts Forest on loan. I think your boys at Coventry City will see some of him in action. I believe they're in the same league. Is that right?
Yeah, we saw him first game of the season. Didn't do much.
Okay, fair enough. Then we've got Dylan Levitt on to Dundee United on loan. Ethan Galbraith on loan to Doncaster. Nathan Bishop on loan to Mansfield. Deshaun Bernard to Hull City on loan. Damani Mella on to Salford City, which is Gary Neville, Paul Scholes and them lot.
Yeah, the famous five.
Yeah, and then we've got Ethan Ladd going to Swansea on loan. And the other one I can see here is Alio Traore, released. Quite surprised he's released. He's a young player, and I thought he had potential. But it looks like we've got rid of a couple of players that obviously weren't going to feature in the first team or in the reserves, which is decent. We've got rid of some of them to free up some money. It's not going to be a lot of money, let's be honest, because the youth players in reserve don't get paid that much. The loan deals, that will help. Obviously, the loan clubs, for some of them, will be covering the costs of the wages.
Yeah.
I don't think all of them will. I know some deals have United send people out and pay the full wage, or maybe pay half of it. But most loan deals are that the loan club pay the full wage. So that'll help balance the books, especially with bringing Ronaldo in on such a high wage and having all these high wages at United. So I think that's going to be pretty good. But yeah, those are the loan. That's all the ins and outs of United. That from what I can see, I don't think there's any more. We had 5 ins, 23 outs. 17 were loans, and only one major sale, which was Dan James. We recouped 25 million for him, I think it was.
Yeah, 25 million. Yeah.
Martial and Dalot actually had loan moves rejected. Lingard had a sale rejected, from what I remember.
Yes, correct.
Always blocked a loan move for Van der Beek to Everton. And I don't understand where that's coming from. If you're not going to play Van der Beek, let him go on loan and develop.
Yeah, it was an interesting one because Van de Beek is a player that I actually like. I saw him at Ajax. He's got buns of talent. Now, whether Ollie sees that is a different matter. But we'll have to see how that one plays out.
Yeah. And there's a comment here. It's not on the channel. It's from where I'm reading this. It says Van der Beek's agent screwed up, and now he wants to blame Ole for his screw up. But we all know that it was Van der Beek's agent who put him in this situation.
Do you know what happened? Does it say what happened?
So, from my understanding, right, Van der Beek has never once come out and said he is not happy.
Yeah,
at
I
United.
never heard him say it.
Okay, he's never said it. He's never said he wants to go on loan. From what I understand, Van der Beek has always said he wants to fight for a first team place. When he came to United, he knew he would have had to fight for a first team place. You don't, because he's not that big of a sign. He's not a Ronaldo. He's not a Messi. He's not Varane. So he's not going to just jump into the first team straight away. So he knows he's going to have to fight for a place, and he's happy to do that. So his agents come out saying that he's not happy. He wants to move. He wants to go on loan, and he's tried to negotiate some loan deals with other clubs. But United have turned around and said, "You've negotiated a loan deal for him, but we don't want him to go anywhere. He's staying here." So
yeah, correct.
So his agents trying to make United on Solskjaer look bad when it was his own stupidity that that made this situation.
Exactly, I agree with that.
So, I mean, within the market, I would have liked to have seen other people leave United. So a couple of people I wanted to see leave. Obviously, we spoke about Phil Jones. We spoke about Fred, Matic, Martial. We could have sold, at least another one of these players to recoup some of the money that we've spent.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's still potential for Phil Jones to go out on loan. I believe now he's happy to take a drop down to the Championship and go on loan, which I think would be good for his career right now to get back into first team football in the Championship. Heck, maybe he could just go back to Blackburn Rovers where it all started for him. Now that would be really good, bro. He'd go back to his hometown of Blackburn, play for Blackburn, and find that form that he had when he was at Blackburn that got United to sign him.
Yeah, but we don't want to sign him again, bro.
No, I'm not saying we want to sign him again.
Yeah.
Maybe if he tries to find that form again on loan at a Championship club, another club will come and buy him and take him off our hands.
He's hoping, bro. He's hoping.
Because for another club to actually want to sign him, he has to be performing at least. But he's not really been playing for United.
Yeah, so it's like hard to put him on the market when he isn't actually doing anything.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
I mean, I know we've already spoke about maybe signing a CDM. And there was talk earlier in the season that United were looking at actually signing your boy Declan Rice.
Yeah, I don't think it was going to happen because in order for that to have happened, West Ham would have had to have someone lined up to replace him.
I think it would have been a good deal to maybe get Declan Rice, pay a fee plus sending Jesse Lingard the other way.
Yeah,
because they wanted Jesse Lingard. I just don't think they could afford him on either the transfer fee or something. But United could have said, okay, we'll take Declan Rice from you and we'll pay you Jesse Lingard plus this much money, which I thought would have been a perfect deal because you're getting rid of some deadwood, you're bringing in a decent player, and you're not paying over the odds for him.
Yeah, I agree, and that's why I was surprised. And even Gary Neville said it as well. Why didn't Jesse Lingard go and further his career? Oh, I hope he does get the chances at United, but realistically, with the amount of talent we've got there, he's going to struggle to see some really serious game time, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely. He's going to struggle, man. It's going to be a struggle. Now, there's just a couple of comments here from Idris. Barca are set to trigger Haaland's release clause of 75 million next year. Which club isn't? I think every club is going to try and sign him. Imagine Mbappe versus Haaland next year. Barca versus Real. Yeah, no, That makes sense. Makes
Or
sense.
why not Haaland come to United and they can still do versus Mbappe? It's just it
Yeah, in
doesn't
the
have
Champions League. Yeah, yeah. Do you know what I mean? I'd like to see Haaland come to United. I think he'd be
you know
really
what?
suited to United.
I think Cristiano Ronaldo coming to United will actually work in Haaland's favor because
Oh yeah,
he has such a big influence. He can be like, listen, bro, come to United. This is a place to develop and grow and further your
yeah,
career.
100%, hundred
Real
percent.
Madrid are done, bro.
But if okay, let's say we bring in Haaland, bro. Whose position is he going to take? Mason Greenwood's, Rashford's, Sancho's, Ronaldo's,
No,
Fernandez.
no. He'll play up front. I think he will
So he's going
take.
to take. He's going to be in the Ronaldo or Mason Greenwood position, bro. So you know what I
Well,
mean?
Ronaldo is only going to be there for 2 years. Haaland is the next big thing, bro.
No, of course, but Ronaldo's not going to sit on the bench and take it lightly that Haaland's taking his place in the squad.
He isn't going to. By then, he'll have left.
No, 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 no.
Haaland is his
Ronaldo,
heir.
no, no. Sorry, bro. Ronaldo is got a 2-year deal, so that's
Yeah,
this season that we're in and next season. So he's not going to leave till 2023. And if we sign Haaland next season, they're both going to be the club at the same time.
we need to sign him next season. He won't be
Yeah,
available
no,
this season.
I understand that, but if we sign him next season, it's going to cause problems with the squad.
Bro,
Don't get me wrong, bro. I want Haaland at United.
bro, you
Right?
know what? Those are good problems to have,
To be
as
fair,
opposed
you're
to not
right.
having
You
a
are
problem.
right. You are right, but that means it's going to hinder Mason Greenwood's development because then Haaland's going to get more time than Mason Greenwood,
So then
or the same with Rashford or
so
someone.
they need to make the call. Do you want Haaland? If so, then you got to do something. If not, then just invest in Greenwood. That's the easy
Exactly. That's
solution.
what I'm trying to say. Do we really need Haaland when we can just invest in Mason Greenwood? Because I
Yeah,
think he has
true.
the potential to be as good as Haaland.
Yeah, very true.
And
Yeah,
that's why I rate him highly. I've always rated Mason Greenwood highly, and I believe if you carry on playing him in the first team like we are, and you put these players around him like Ronaldo, Fernandez, Rashford, Cavani, Sancho, it's going to help his development. It's going to make him better every game and every season, and that's why I'm saying if we invest in him and build a team around him, he's gonna reward United by goals and trophies, bro.
yeah, I agree.
But then again, Haaland can do the same thing. So United are gonna have to make a decision. Are we looking at bringing in Haaland?
But
And
yes, don't you agree? It's a win-win. So invest in Greenwood, big plus, young player already at United. Invest in Haaland, the next up and coming gem. It's a win-win, I think.
no, it is, bro. It is. But I'm just trying to make a point, man. That obviously, if we sign Haaland, is it going to hinder Mason Greenwood? Which there's a potential it could, but this next comment, bro. Just read this next comment, bro. Look, if Haaland comes, one player in the team is not getting game time, I won't be surprised Haaland will be goalkeeper over De Gea.
I just try and fit him in. Probably nothing surprises me in football
It
these
wouldn't
days.
surprise me. This is
No,
Solskjaer, isn't it? It wouldn't surprise me if it happened. You know what I mean? But in the out, Shaz, how do you think United did with the transfers going out of the club?
I'm quite happy with the ones that went out on loan and
Yeah, no, I mean I'm happy with the loan moves and I'm happy
yeah,
with the releases. But what I'm talking about is the sales of players because we only sold one player, main player. Obviously, we sold Charlie McCann to Rangers, which wasn't that much money. It was less than 1 million. So the only major fee we got was Daniel James, and I
correct.
feel
Yes.
we should have sold more than one player. We should have sold Phil Jones, Jesse Lingard, Matic, Fred, Martial. That's 5 players. If we got 30 million for each player, bro.
Well, didn't Ollie say that Martial wasn't going to be sold this summer?
Yeah, and
So
I don't understand why he's saying that.
Inter wanted him,
Yeah,
and
there's clubs
then
that wanted him on loan, not even to buy him. There's some clubs said we'll take him on loan, and Solskjaer said, "Nah, we're not giving you him on loan."
yeah, that's kind of weird, bro. I
And
don't
I
get
don't
that.
understand why, because with Ronaldo in, Rashford's coming back. Sancho's in the squad. Greenwood's going to be playing. Where's Martial going to play?
He's just going on the bench.
Even if he was on the pitch, it'd be like we've got 10 men anyway. Might
Yeah,
as well
no,
chuck him on and give him a red card. We'll play the same.
Oh, bro.
Nah, bro.
Yeah.
When Martial's on, it's like we've got 10 men, bro. Tell me I'm wrong.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that. For me, Martial is a liability.
And this is me saying it, bro. This is the guy that's rated him and said that you need to give him a chance.
I never thought I'd hear the day that.
But this is me saying he needs to go now. My stance on that has changed because of the way he is and the way he played against Wolves. He came on against Wolves. Was it Wolves?
Yeah.
Yeah, he came on against Wolves and it was like he wasn't even there. It's like we had 10 men, bro.
Yeah, no, that's probably true.
And that's why I'm saying he needs to go, man. This comment, bro. Look, if you sell all your useless players, you can sign Kimmich. We don't really need Kimmich. He's a midfielder, isn't he, Kimmich? Shaz?
Yeah, Joshua Kimmich, yeah, midfielder.
I do think he's a good player, but I don't think we need another midfielder. I just don't think we need more midfielders. We're going to struggle to rotate if we have any more midfielders, and we're already struggling as it is.
We're struggling badly. That's the problem.
So I don't think we need another midfielder. But yeah, I do rate Kimmich. Maybe if we sold 2 or 3 midfielders like Jesse Lingard, Matic, Fred, and then just replace them 3 with one like Kimmich or someone, that will be a good deal. Yeah, yep. Kimmich is a defensive midfielder. Yep, he is definitely. But I just don't think we need another midfielder, even if it is a defensive midfielder, unless we sell Fred, unless we sell Matic and Martial and freaking Phil Jones. There's people talking that can we not turn Lindelof or Diego Dalot into a defensive midfielder because they're defenders? Can they not play that defensive midfielder role and fill that gap in between the defense and the midfield?
Yeah, why not? I don't see a problem with that. I think
because we've got players that want to play for United, like Lindelof and Diego Dalot, and we need someone to cover the defensive midfielder role. So why not try them in that role and see if they do well?
Why
because
not?
Lindelof's not great at defending, right? But I think, given the chance as a defensive midfielder, I think he'd do well to fill that role, man.
He would, and I think the thing for me is that he's got so much potential to grow and develop.
Yeah, he has. And that's why I'm saying, why not try him in that DM role? And why not try Dalot in that role? Give him a chance in that role and see how well they do.
Yeah, like
maybe you don't need to spend 70 million on another player to bring them in. You've already got a player there.
These friendlies that they're playing and that you shared the link for earlier, I think this makes perfect sense because what they're doing is they're fine-tuning their players when they not have games. So they're not sat around wasting energy, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So there was a lot of controversy about the starting 11 for that because it had the name Fernandes in, and Fernandes was away playing for Portugal, but it wasn't Bruno Fernandes. It was Alvaro Fernandes from the reserves, I think it was, that played. There was a lot of people saying, "Oh, this is fake news because it's Fernandes and he's in Portugal, blah blah blah." But it wasn't Bruno Fernandes. It was Alvaro Fernandes, who's the youth player or a reserve player for United that played that game.
Yeah,
so it was giving them a chance to showcase themselves, and it's like their audition to maybe get on the bench or some game time in the first team.
Yeah, I agree.
And wasn't Phil Jones in the squad as well?
Yeah, he did. He made a rare appearance.
Wow. Phil Jones
he's like one of the Infinity Stones. You just don't know when he's going to get used, but when he gets used, it's definitely not going to go well.
You crazy guy. Yeah, man. I think overall, United have done well this transfer window to bring in the players that they did and then at least get rid of Dan James. It's a start, bro. It's a start. So,
Yeah,
maybe
step in the right direction. Yeah, absolutely
maybe
agree.
this month we get rid of Phil Jones on loan or Fred on loan, because Fred's just a disaster waiting to happen every time he plays, bro. I don't get me wrong. I mean, I like his work rate, man. He tries his best, but he makes a lot of mistakes. And at this level of football, for this type of club, you can't keep making those mistakes, because you're gonna get dropped eventually if you keep doing it. Any
Yeah,
other manager would
absolutely
have
agree.
dropped him by now, bro.
They would have
But
told him to do one.
a lot of managers would have dropped him and probably sold him by now. But Solskjaer is just too nice. He's giving him chance after chance after chance, and he just keeps making mistake after mistake.
I agree with that. I mean, it's time to cut out the mistakes and start
Yeah.
proving himself.
So we need to get rid of the players that are making those mistakes, like Fred, and bring in players that aren't going to make as many. Maybe, okay, so like Varane. Varane hardly makes a mistake, bro. He doesn't normally
Correct.
put a foot wrong. On a rare occasion, he might be responsible for conceding, but that is very rare.
It is rare, and I think the biggest thing that you can look at is how can he learn from these mistakes and how can he learn to become a better player.
Are we
Will be
talking about
interesting.
Fred here? Sorry.
Yeah, Fred.
Yeah,
Now this is the problem
yeah.
with Fred.
Fred needs
Unless
to start learning from the mistakes that he's
like
made so that he
if
comes
I were
better.
Fred, I would watch back the videos of the goals they conceded against Southampton and say, look at this position.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I know we take the piss out of him a lot, but you got to look at the fact that unless he does self-reflection, he's gonna struggle badly, bro.
Yeah. No, I get that, man. I get that. Definitely, bro. It's one of those, man. I feel bad for the dude, in it, man, because he does try his best, and you can tell that he gets frustrated when he makes a mistake. You can see the frustration in him.
Yeah, correct.
Uh, and that's just because he doesn't like making mistakes. He doesn't like being the one that concedes, or is the reason that we concede. And that's a good quality to have as a footballer, but he needs to start learning from the mistakes and stop being that player that gives away the ball or makes those mistakes that concede a goal. And the sooner he does that, the better he will become in that role.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, if he doesn't learn now, I don't think he will, and he'll get sold in the summer.
Yeah, I mean, what is he? He's about 26, 27?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think if he's not learned it by now, do you know what I mean? It's going to be hard to get him to change now. It's harder to
Yeah,
develop in
I think
your
he will. Yeah.
towards the end of your career than it is at the start. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
But yeah, man, it's just one of those things, isn't it, man? I don't know, man. But yes, people, let us know your comments and thoughts. Let us know your thoughts in the comments of what you thought about the ins and outs for United and what we've spoken about. If you disagree, let us know. If you agree, let us know. But we are going to wrap this up. It's hit midnight. My man's tired. I'm tired. Got work early tomorrow for my man Shaz. So I don't want to keep him on too long today. But yes, people, we will be back again tomorrow. I believe it's all things wrestling tomorrow. Am I right,
It is
Shaz?
indeed.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I
Yes.
don't even know our schedule. I just know we've got one tomorrow. I'm pretty sure it's all things wrestling. It's going to be one to watch because it's just going to be me ranting about wrestling again,
This
like I
is
do
one not
every
to
week.
miss, guys.
Do you know what? This all things wrestling podcast is just my time to vent my frustration every week on the products, man. So
So,
if you want to
guys,
tune in and hear me rant,
get the popcorn ready. It's gonna be a cracker. That's all I'll say that much.
yes, people. But I do appreciate everyone tuning in. I appreciate Idris with the comments and everyone else that tuned in. Thank you very much for the love and support. But I'll let Shaz leave his final comments before we wrap this up.
As always, peeps, thank you very much for tuning in. Been great episode again, covering United signings, ins and outs. Be interesting to see Ronaldo's return. As Shaz
Yes.
mentioned, looking to try and get tickets to it. Whether that happens or not is a different story, but we'll keep you updated. But until
Yeah,
next
man.
time, guys, stay safe, take it easy, And as always, show us some love and support. Please keep subscribing. Please share these on your social media feeds. We are on the race to 200, so big up to those that have helped us reach 100 subscribers. Shaz is, I believe, reached out to the 100 subscriber or the winner.
I have reached out to the winner, but like the last one, I still haven't had a response, so I'm not hopeful on this either, bro. I've got a feeling we're not going to get any response again.
Well, fingers crossed we hear something back soon, because it'd be a shame for that person to miss out. But that's a wrap for myself, guys. Take it easy, and we'll catch up tomorrow. Until then, peace out.
Yes, people. Thanks very much for tuning in, and see you on the next video.